occasionally I've been asked who was the most influential teacher in my life. And for me, it's an easy question to answer, and that name would be Julian Smith. I have once then been asked the question, well, what did he teach you? And that's a bit more difficult. What did Julian teach me? Nothing particularly concrete, except an amazing attitude to music, that music comes from the heart. The brain is involved, but mostly it is a natural thing that you do. He showed that in his own singing, and he showed that in the way he encouraged everybody around him.
At the moment, we have the choristers rehearsing mainly in chapel, which is glorious. It's a wonderful building. But we desperately need a dedicated space where they can call it their home, where we can rehearse, we can warm them up properly, we can store all the music, their cassocks. They can have specially built benches that are great for posture, which I know Julian would approve of. That the boys can have their set space they can come into every morning and rehearse, so that when we come into the chapel to sing a service, there's that sense of elevation, that they're coming into chapel, which is a very special place, having rehearsed in the song school in that separate space, and making everything as good as possible before we come in here to sing a service. In the new song school will be the benches for the choristers to have their music on, with stools behind, enlarged cupboards to store all the choral music, of which there is a lot, right up to the ceilings. There will be bespoke lighting, new flooring, and water for the boys to have during rehearsals.
Another highlight of my time at Winchester was being a part of the Kingsgate Singers. This was a chamber choir that Julian ran. I think on a Thursday evening he would send a band a message round, a very brief message, to say that the rehearsal was at 5 in Meadow House, and you could turn up at 4 o'clock for tea and toast. And those rehearsals were wonderful. It was a mix of staff and pupils. And my main memory, which I think most people who sang in that, would be a little disagreement between Julian and Fiona, as Fiona tried to tell him something, and he would just turn to her and say, "Shut up, darling." And one of his great catchphrases, I think.